Are you struggling to master the Phantom in Valorant? Well, you're not alone. Maybe you've heard the Phantom is one of the best weapons of the game, but for some reason, you're just not seeing the success that you want with it. You've dinked too many enemies for 140 to keep yourself sane, and switching over to the Vandal doesn't seem to help either. If you're tired of losing duels that you think you should be winning, or if your aim just feels a little bit off with the Phantom, this video is for you. We're breaking down the 3 biggest Phantom mistakes that are ruining your aim and showing you exactly how you can fix them. Whether you're stuck in bronze or grinding your way up to immortal, these tips are going to help you frag out more and climb the rank. Let's get right into it and make sure that you are getting the most out of your Phantom. Now, first we are going to start with a big mistake. Now, naturally, the Phantom is pretty good at range, especially when compared to other weapons like the Spectre, Stinger, Classic, and even the Sheriff. Its accuracy and damage will almost always cause it to win out against these weapons at range. The problem is that despite the accuracy, the Phantom still has damage fall off. This means that especially on defense, you want to try and set yourself up in positions where your fights will take place within 10 and 30 meters to ensure minimal kill times. Anything further than 15 meters, and the Phantom actually has a lower kill time than the Vandal when it comes to both head and body shot. You're not only making it much more difficult to land your shots due to the target size, you're also ensuring that your gun won't even kill them in one bullet. Everyone hates the pain of getting a headshot for 140 or even worse 124, but this can all be reduced with strategic positioning. Try not to duel along sightlines such as B long on bind or A main on breeze with a Phantom, because if your opponent has a Vandal, an operator, or even a Marshal, it's very possible that you could end up losing this duel. Instead, choose to position yourself a bit closer. Not necessarily in shotgun range, but close enough that you can actually take advantage of spraying a little bit more. At the end of the day, that is the real strength of the Phantom. It's that it fires really fast and it's easy to control. Think about defending B site on bind. Instead of peeking out long, maybe try to play in garden or in hookah. These spots let you take mid-range fights where the Phantom excels. Plus, you'll have more cover and opportunities to reposition if things get too hot. Or consider A-site on Icebox. Instead of holding A-site from rafters, consider playing pipes or maybe close in maze. This way you're engaging enemies at a range where the Phantom is much more effective. You'll also be in a better position to fall back or get support from your teammates if needed. Remember, the key to mastering the Phantom is knowing its strengths and weaknesses. By avoiding these long-range duels, you're playing to the Phantom's strengths and setting yourself up for success. Speaking of setting yourself up for success, have I mentioned that SkillCapped is by far the best place to get good at Valorant? We've got these sick aim courses made by yours truly that show you how any one of you can get aim like this in no time. We're so confident that in fact we offer a rank improvement guarantee, meaning that if you don't get absolutely cracked while using our service, you don't pay. Check this out. We've got aim courses, agent courses, even a few map courses to help you bring your game to the next level. What's even better is that we cut out all of the BS that other guides include and just get down to the things that actually matter. You see, other coaches have spent so much time in Radiant lobbies that they forget what it's actually like to climb out of low elo. Luckily, our experts have dived into low elo enough to know the things that you are going through.
You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it.
The Smurfs, the trolls, the no-coms, we have seen it all. We'll help you out, so if you're ready to climb, check out SkillCapped, you've got nothing to lose. Next, let's break down mistake number 2. Now, you're constantly told by people that you need to aim for the head, aim at head level, have good crosshair placement. The reality is that the kick on the Phantom initially can be pretty wild. You of course want to get good at pulling down and adjusting for recoil. But the other thing with the Phantom is that even after bursting once or twice, it doesn't always reset right away. So sometimes if you aim too high by default, you're going to end up dinking people for 140 and not landing that second shot. Some people say to aim for chest level and just let it kick up, but honestly this isn't great either. This doesn't help you land that one-hit headshot, it just makes it very likely that you'll land the second kill shot. You still want to aim for headshots to maximize damage, but you kind of want to aim more for the chin area. This way, when your Phantom kicks up, it's not going to go so far up that you just whiff on the kill entirely and end up raging after the round. A lot of channels, including ourselves, have recommended that you use these lines around the map as reference to find where to aim. And this is actually good advice, so if you're really new to crosshair placement, this tip probably isn't for you. We're talking about small optimizations that fix whiffs here and there. But did you know these lines are actually closer to the top of the opponent's head rather than the middle? This means that you shouldn't be aiming at these lines, you should be aiming slightly below them. Now when you're aiming slightly below them, you ensure that when you shoot, you don't miss. You'll be aiming at their chin, and now the recoil will kick your crosshair up to head level, increasing the chances of landing that crucial second shot. Mastering this adjustment can make a huge difference in your ability to secure kills and maintain control during fights. It's a small change, but it'll have a big impact on your performance with the Phantom. Now, before we move on to our third mistake, let's break down a few bonus tips when using the Phantom. These are a few things that players don't do enough with the Phantom. This isn't necessarily a mistake, but mostly just a missed opportunity. What makes the Phantom different from the Vandal is its fire rate, magazine size, accuracy, and no bullet tracers. It's really better than the Vandal in every single way within 15 meters, which is why you want to prioritize closer range fight. But you should also be taking advantage of that spray. Although most guides tell you to counter strafe, would it surprise you to hear that spraying with the Phantom is actually frequently good? While aiming for head level and trying to maximize damage is optimal, remember that all you need to do to frag out more is kill your enemies before they kill you. If you have the jump on somebody, or if you're not in a position to take your time with your shots, it can be okay to just aim for the body and spray. Don't even aim for the body sometimes, just aim in their general direction. The Phantom is so good at spraying that it really doesn't matter that much. The best players know when they do and don't have time to aim. Also take advantage of no bullet tracers. With the Vandal, shooting through smokes is really dangerous, but with the Phantom, you can spam the edge of smokes as players try to push through them and look to grab free kills. Don't spam the middle of the smokes, because generally people don't peek through the middle of a smoke. They walk out of the side so that they can keep their fights in front of them. So spam those shots on each side and then maybe do a quick spray through the center, and you'll pick up a lot of kills. This isn't always a good idea to spray through smokes, but with the Phantom it is much safer. Finally, the Phantom is super convenient due to its magazine size. If there's a lot of utility to shoot, you can kind of get away with taking it out with the Phantom. Whereas with the Vandal, it's much more punishing to waste bullets on util. Keep in mind how many bullets you really have. You don't need to reload every 5 shots with the Phantom. You can go a full round without reloading sometimes. If you have the bad habit of reloading after every single kill, maybe try to rebind your reload key to something a little bit less convenient in an unrated game or two. This can help you break out of the habit of reloading and get more confident on low bullet. We're not joking when we say that many high elo players will accept the challenge of trying to win a round with their very last bullet. They're so cocky that they literally don't reload when they could because they believe they don't need it. Try to embody that kind of energy if you can. Maybe not with the Phantom, because one bullet isn't guaranteed to kill your target, but it's a push in the right direction. Finally, our last mistake. We've mentioned it in a few videos before. ADSing is good in the right situations, but mostly with the Vandal. It's good in those instances where you want to get that one-hit headshot and take your target out instantly. With the Phantom though, once again, it's not really a one-hit weapon, which is generally the use case for ADS with the Vandal. Lots of low elo players ADS, and it's really bad. With the Phantom, the fire rate is so high that it gets just crazy hard to control almost instantly. It also slows your movement speed, your fire rate, and decreases your FOV, so it's really just not great. Unless you're aiming at the target from like 50 meters away and you've only got a few bullets, or you really need to land that precise shot, we don't recommend ADSing with the Phantom. There are so many other things that work with the Phantom. You can run a gun at close range. You can crouch spray at medium ranges. You can even crab walk at medium ranges. Spray transfers are so easy. So although it sucks that ADS isn't perfect with it, you've still got a lot going for you as a Phantom user. Instead of ADSing as you peek long angles, keep your movement fluid and rely on the Phantom's fire rate and accuracy to win those duels. By avoiding ADSing with the Phantom, you are playing to its strengths and giving yourself a much better chance of succeeding in your matches. Alright though guys, before we wrap this up, let me tell you a little bit more about SkillCapped. So we offer a 5-division rank up guarantee, and we think that is a pretty crazy thing to offer. It's like a gym membership guaranteeing you will get ripped. Your local gym would go bust if they offered you that. Not us though. We've offered this for years because our service really does work. It works so well in fact that we are able to produce by far the largest catalog of Valorant guides on the internet. We add new courses every month with over 1,000 guides curated into over 50 courses. No one else can compare. We also have a direct line of communication with our subscribers in our Discord, so you can get connected immediately to some of the best players in the game who will respond to all questions asked. Not only that, but we also occasionally do VOD reviews for users in Discord, so you can hear personalized feedback directed at the exact issues that you are having. When you include that, this is pretty insane value. So sign up today for as little as $6.99 a month if you are serious about improving. Other than that though, that is going to be all for this one today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.